Hi, Aquarius. I'm your decision guide for December. I am going to be talking to you about how your partner feels about you, but what's blocking them. Also, in the end, what they really want. Also, I'm going to be talking about how they feel versus how you feel and what the reality of the whole situation actually is, okay? Then I'm going to talk about Aquarius, what they wish they could tell you, but they are afraid. I'm so excited to do these readings because I'm primarily an astrologer. I've been doing tarot for about 10 years. I do private readings. I started doing astrology over 20 years ago, and then I used astrology to add intuitive messages to my readings, and I've been hooked ever since. I love to show people my first deck, where I actually didn't even use the traditional tarot. I used the playing deck, which I still love. I'm going to break it out on a couple of readings here before it's all over. But I also created my own deck called the Decision Guide. And what I'll be doing is pulling from that deck whenever we get to the theme of things that we need to look at. I've already shuffled. I'm just basically shuffling to your energy right now while I'm talking to you and about you. But Aquarius, this is your reading. I think of all the signs, I think it's real good for Aquarius to pay attention to what their partner is talking about because I'll get into it later. I'm not going to get into the astrological part of it. But I think Aquarians need to tune in. And Aquarians are also great tarot readers. I love listening to Aquarian readers. My moon is in Aquarius. I'm a sun Gemini, though. My moon is in Aquarius. And my Venus and my rising is in Cancer. Also, my progressed sun is in Cancer. So when people say that, they don't like a particular sign, uh, I just want you to know that you are all of them. We are all of them. So we're going to start out here with the Knight of Wands. Your partner wants you to know how they feel about you, um, Aquarius. How they feel about you is the Knight of Wands in reverse, which is uneasy. They feel very uneasy with you. So if the Knight of Wands was, in an upright position, they would be ready to leave everything they have to come after you. Okay? Just so you know. They would be willing to just give up whatever they're doing right now, stop whatever they're doing, and run straight to you. But because they feel uneasy, they're very hesitant. And the reason why they're hesitant is the Nine of Swords in reverse. They're very suspicious of you. They don't trust you. And it's probably because they don't feel your passion and emotion like they feel. They feel as though you don't feel about them like they feel. So they feel very suspicious of you. They feel like you're either cheating or leading them on, not really telling them everything. They just are very suspicious of you. We'll clarify a little bit there. Overall, what they want is a very, very down to earth, very dependable relationship, something they can count on, something that they can, feel, something that's very earthy, something that meets their physical needs, financial. I mean, they just want the total package with you. So with the Queen of Pentacles, it's all about prosperity, but it's not just money. It's an abundance of everything. They want that with you. So when you think about your partner and how you've been reacting to them lately, you need to understand they feel uneasy. They feel very suspicious, like they can't trust you, like you're hiding something. But what they really want is a very full relationship with you. All right? So let's go on to the next spread. We're going to talk about how they feel versus how you feel, so that if they're cross watching, they will be able to come on here now and they're going to be able to see, you know, what Aquarius really feels about them. And of course, like everybody says, every reading doesn't resonate with each and every individual the same. And if it doesn't, then that message is not for you. Okay? And it's okay. I'm not doing personal readings right now because I do personal face-to-face readings, and I want to clear my schedule and get acclimated to doing my online things. That'll be set up sometimes in February and March. And this is a new channel, and as it grows, I probably won't be able to get all of my clients to tune in because they're kind of old school, but they might. I don't know. But what I intend to do is to have everything set up no later than February or March. And if it's before then, you'll definitely see the links in the description. Okay. All right. All right, Aquarius. I love Aquarius. Maybe because I'm a Gemini. Never really dated an Aquarius or anything though. My weakness has always been Leos. I always gravitate towards the fire and Sagittarius, really. Leos and Sagittarius. I think air signs are just addicted to the fire, and the fire is addicted to the air because that air just fans their flames, you know? So, oh, okay, so Aquarius. This is how they feel about you. They feel they feel four cuppish with you. So they basically have hope that this relationship is actually, my phone keeps ringing. They actually have hope that this relationship is going to work. They're trying to keep hope alive. You know, they're just looking and meditating. They can't get it off their mind. They can't seem to really get themselves to think of anything else but you, right? And they're trying to understand, like, when is this coming? When is this coming? Okay. Okay, for you, you have Fool in reverse. Normally, when I see Fool in reverse, it's someone who has, and there's a blockage. It's someone who in the past has made very foolish, rash decisions, and you're afraid to do that again. You're afraid to completely let go because you feel as though if you do, something could happen, right? They don't trust you. They feel as though you're cheating or you're lying about something or you're holding back, and you're trying to basically not be as foolish and take the chances that you took in the past. Okay? And they don't really understand that. So we have the Page of Swords in reverse for the reality of the relationship. And with that reality of the relationship, in reverse, it means that it's a little too early in the relationship for either of you to really expect anything out of it. With the Page of Swords in reverse, um, it shows that there's some maturation that needs to take place. The relationship needs to get a little more mature. It's it's even if it's not a new relationship, it's one where there are some things that need to be worked out, and the relationship hasn't been allowed to progress and grow as much, so it's still a little bit premature. So that's how I'm reading this page in reverse. Okay, that's the overall energy of the relationship. It's not mature. Even if you all have been together for a while, let's say that the relationship has gone through ups and downs and you all haven't really grown, you keep going in circles, or somebody in the relationship may be very immature, or the relationship itself is immature. Okay, you know which one it is. So, of course, if you've been with this person for a while and they want to move forward, excuse me, and you're probably feeling like, hey, I've been immature and foolish in the past. I don't want to do that again. We need to wait, chill, and we just need to let this mature a little bit longer, or do some things in a more mature fashion. Or if it is a new relationship, it's too early for the relationship to actually do what your partner is wanting it to do. So you slowing it down may not be a bad idea. May not be a bad idea, because actually you see them as the Queen of Pentacles, even though your Fool is in reverse, because I'm trying to clarify the Fool. You see them, you know, as the Queen of Pentacles, but you're thinking like, I'm not ready yet. And seeing them as a Queen of Pentacles actually means that you see them as very mature, very stable, very solid. But obviously the relationship itself must be pretty new, okay? And then there's the King of Wands in the upright position. I'm clarifying Page of Swords in reverse. With the King of Wands in the upright position, what it shows me is that over time, Aquarius, you will warm up to the situation. Okay? So, yeah, there's the Knight of Wands. So, it's not a negative thing here. It's just the fact that it looks like it's too immature, not mature enough. The relationship's not mature enough to make any, even if you are involved in a third party, Aquarius. It's so early in this relationship from that card that you may need to have a talk with them and just kind of let them know where you are and say, I'm in the middle of something, I'm trying to get out or something. A lot of people make a big deal out of third parties and stuff like that. But as you get older, trust me, people are in the middle of relationships. Very few people are completely and totally sitting at home alone on the couch just looking at TV. People are dating, people are on the verge of divorce, people are, now however you play those cards, it's completely up to you. You know, if you're the type that says, I'm not going to talk to you until your divorce is final, then good. Good for you. But everybody doesn't do that, right? And people's feelings get hurt, people's toes get stepped on. It's so much a part of life, but I read them if I see them in the cards. And I don't care what people say when they say, oh, you know, you shouldn't tell people that their significant other is cheating or something like that. It's a part of life. And the cards are going to say, you know, now what I have found is that if someone is married, but they're very unhappy in their relationship, or they don't have any feelings toward their spouse, sometimes the fact that they're married won't come through. If they're miserable in their marital relationship, it will come through that they are. And what'll happen is I'll read that, you know. Um, if they're happily married, sometimes that'll come through too. But if they're miserable, it really comes through. Okay, so what they wish they could tell you. Now you saw how I you saw how I shuffled those cards and something came right back out. Okay. What they wish they could tell you, but they are afraid to tell you. Basically, is is that they feel left out in the cold. They feel left out in the cold, but at the same time, because it's in reverse, they have actually gathered themselves and they've actually thought about it, and that they know that they have to have a new way of looking at this. So in the beginning, they did feel left out in the cold. But it looks like they're adjusting their mind. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Aquarius. If you don't want to lose this person that you're interested in, when people start making mental adjustments to hurt and perceived hurt and pain and things like that in relationships, you may want to take that as a sign that you need to confess how you feel to them one way or the other. If you don't want to lose them, you need to come clean with them and make them feel secure enough to, you know, at least tell them, hey, I love you. I don't want to lose you. Hang in there with me for whatever reason it is. All right? Because once people start healing their thoughts and no longer thinking as negatively, they begin to move on away from you. And this is what a lot of people don't understand in relationships, you know? And sometimes, you know, okay, so they also wish that they could tell you that their fool is also in reverse as well. You know, they don't want you to really make any rash decisions. But what they don't want is to be left out in the cold. They want you to communicate with them. They want you to communicate with them. You know, they're thinking that, you know, if you guys just communicate, that, you know, they would actually, you know, that things could get better. But because you all are not communicating that well with them, they want to let you know they're not happy. This is the sun in reverse. They're just not happy. They're not as happy with you. However, doesn't mean that they're not going to go inward and regroup and go somewhere else. So if you want to keep them around, let them know. Continue to take your time. Oh, wow. Marriage is in here. Wasn't expecting that. So continue to take your time because it looks like there's a marriage that needs to be considered here. It says, consider how the union that has been or will be made will be affected. So either you're married now and you're thinking about divorcing and leaving and maybe marrying this person, or maybe you're just married and you just don't have time to devote to this relationship. Okay? But the marriage card did come up. Let's see what questions we have. We're going to have to do a clarifying question. So take time and consider your marriage. I'm just going to read it like it is. Take time and consider your marriage. If you're married, if you're not married, take time and consider, if this is somebody who you really want. Oh my God. I'm not making this up. How can I get out of this rut and break the cycle? Aquarius, you're in a rut. You need to break a cycle. So the more I read, the more I'm convinced you're in a relationship, Aquarius. You're married and you're not happy in your marriage. And you've been cheating and leading people on, trying to get your fulfillment. And it has become a cycle. Wow. If it doesn't resonate, if the if the shoe don't fit, then don't put it on. Here's the Ten of Pentacles. I was trying to clarify that Sun card in reverse. That was what I was going to do before this marriage card came out. Now I got to clarify the marriage card. So the person was hoping for the Ten of Pentacles with you, which is a very positive thing. But they got the Sun in reverse right now instead because they suspect that you're married. Let's check on the condition of this marriage. Aquarius, you're in the hot seat. If you got cross watchers watching, you're in trouble. Now, of course, as you know, it could be that the person that you're with is married, but I'm not reading like that. I am reading your energy. I'm defining your energy right now, how they feel, how you feel. Page of Cups. Page of Cups in reverse on your marriage. You're not in a happy marriage. You're not in a happy marriage. Aquarius. You have the Four of Swords in reverse in your marriage, along with the Page of Cups in reverse in your marriage or your marriage-like relationship. You have the Knight of Wands reversed in your marriage. You're in a very unhappy marriage. How do you break this cycle and get out of the rut? Or get out of this rut and break the cycle? You're going to first have to tell people that you're married. If you're telling people that you're married, you need to have the discipline to stay out of relationships with people until you can get this resolved. I can't tell you to get a divorce. but you need to resolve. You need some resolve. Okay? What I'm going to do, because this is more of a personal reading. Ugh, let me give you a time card. So this says take your time. Okay? What kind of time do you need? What kind of time do you need? Give yourself till June to iron this out, okay? Give yourself till June. Go get some counseling. Talk to your partner about getting a divorce or counseling to amend the relationship or something like that. But you're going to have to do something about that. Okay? I'm going to pull a romance card between you and this person, this other person that you have on the side, and let you know how they feel about you, or well, not how they feel about you, but your advice about the relationship, where it could go, because honestly, it'll read right through the marriage if it's your soulmate or something like that. Okay? You have romantic feelings for this person. Okay? But you need to retreat right now. All right? So I hope that this was enlightening for you. You know what to do. Do the right thing. By Aquarius.